Hey everyone, I am Jessica from Willow Vines Intuitive Vibes, and I'm here to do a collective message. So like the videos, comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe to join the tribe. I just wanted to pop on to do like the lunar eclipse energy, full moon energy. I know it's going to be a blood moon lunar eclipse, but it's called the corn moon as well. And it's funny because I can't remember how many readings ago it was. I kept talking about corn. I'm like, I don't know what the significance of corn is, but the corn moon. And I looked it up. I might have mentioned it. I can't remember. I just thought it was kind of ironic and I didn't know that was the name of this moon. At the time of that reading, I was just thinking, like, does somebody love corn? It's funny how signs can come in. Um, so I feel like this is a very pivotal moment. That's what just popped in my head. It's a very significant time, is what I want to say. The times are changing, things are changing around for the better because we have a powerful energy shift, which is the eclipse mermaid. And look at the moon. That's like the eclipse, but the color red is very prominent here. That's all about creativity, passion, like having that drive, that lust for life, you know what I mean? Um, and I pulled these cards this morning just to see what the energy was, and it's just kind of ironic that, the eclipse is going to happen, tonight, the 7th into the 6th, because I think it depends on where you live, basically. But that came up this morning with truth, expression. It feels like self-expression. Express yourself. New perspective, seeing the truth, clear action, honesty, and communication. I feel like you're going to know exactly what direction to go in. Things are going to become very clear to you within just life. I kind of want to say with projects, but I just feel a lot of clarity, like less questioning. So if you've been questioning a lot of things, wondering if you should do this or that, or talk to so-and-so or whatever, I feel like you're not going to be as hesitant as you used to be. This is more of like step up energy, and like fear is kind of going out the window, but not in a bad way. Because I mean, if you have zero fear, that can be bad, because fear is like that warning system within us. It's kind of like we're fearing this because it could be bad, kind of thing. So fear is good to have. It's in certain moments at certain times. I don't feel like you're not going to be feeling anything. It just feels more along the lines of not allowing fear to stop you. So if you were once too afraid to do public speaking, for example, because that's something I hated as a kid, like in school. I think a lot of people did. Um, I mean, I would get so worked up when I was younger over that stuff, but that was fear based, fear of judgment and blah, 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 whatever. Um, I just want to say, I feel like somebody's going to come out of that. So you'll actually push that fear aside. I almost feel like it won't even be there. Like all of a sudden these irrational fears are going to disappear for somebody, and you're not going to be as worried about this or that or whatever. And you're going to take more chances because of it, but they're good risks, basically. You're going to like move forward with more self-awareness, more self-clarity, more clarity within yourself. I don't know how to word that. Um, you'll be able to take clear action, basically, because fear is a thing of the past within whatever the situation is. I just feel very driven. I just feel like nothing's going to stop me. That's this energy. No one can, nothing will. Like, you're not afraid to take these leaps. You're not afraid to take these chances. You're not afraid to talk to this person for whatever reason, whether it's business related, love related, or otherwise. Like, I don't know. It's almost like if you were too hesitant to say or do whatever in the past, you're not going to be anymore, which is absolutely beautiful. That's like that glow up energy. I just want a little bit more on what this truth card's about. Justice. Things are balancing out. Some of you might find out the truth about I wanted to say an icky situation, just about an injustice. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. Some of you might find out the truth about some injustice that was either done to you or around you. Like if you're questioning something that happened in the past, the truth is going to come out. The more clarity will surface, basically. Someone might want to say something. Someone who's been holding back, possibly because they didn't want to cause a fight, either with you or with another person or other people. Yeah, they're going to want to say something during this full moon energy. There's the devil here as well. Could be a Capricorn, but that's the fear that we're relinquishing. Someone was afraid to speak up and tell the truth in the past, and I kind of feel like that's going to wither away. And if you were too afraid to say your side of things or to speak up about something, I just don't feel like you're going to be afraid to speak up anymore. It just feels like a very, I want to say a very heavy energy shift. And it's almost like shifting out of the heaviness, like a weight lifting off from someone's shoulders. I mean, if you tell the truth about something, you finally get something off your chest. Yeah, that would be a huge weight lifted. But this feels like strictly energetically, like if anything was like kind of if you're feeling that oppressive energy, just like the weight of the world for some reason, or something feels off or wrong or weird or funky chicken, you know what I mean? If you were sensing energy like that, it feels like that's going to be lifting and clearing. I kind of feel like some of that could have been put on you, and not even intentionally necessarily. Just sometimes when we're around certain people or connected to certain people who are in that energy, we can pick up on it. It's kind of what I'm feeling with that. It's nothing like bad. I just heard this truth is a doozy. So whatever someone's going to say or whatever is going to be brought to your attention, it's big. It's not anything minor. I mean, with the Justice card, the law could be involved as well, but this feels more like things balancing out and wrongs are being righted. Justice is being served here, basically. I just heard they're not your cup of tea. So I'm not sure if somebody asked a question or if Spirit's just saying a specific person is not your cup of tea. I just heard they're Earl Grey, which is a kind of tea. I don't even know what that one tastes like. Honestly, I've never had it, but I know a lot of people like it. I know a lot of people like it, but I've never had it, and I don't care to try it either. There's signs in everything. It's like no matter how popular somebody is or how well liked or whatever, it doesn't matter to you because they're not your cup of tea. You don't vibe with them. You don't even want to. It doesn't even sound appealing. So there could be an opportunity or a person that you're just not interested in, even if everybody else would like bend over backwards for this opportunity or like jump at it if it came to them or towards this person. I just feel like you're definitely not a follower, and I feel like your interests, your likes and stuff are very different than the people that you're surrounded by or within your community. Yeah. You're definitely not everyone's cup of tea, but that's not even what it was. It's almost like I'm getting the vibe, whether it's a person or not, but this is that arrogant energy that I'm getting. Like when there's someone who thinks their shit don't stink, like, oh, I can get any girl or any guy I want. Why don't you want me? Because they're not your cup of tea. That's why. So I don't know what that's about, but anyways, free yourself while you're free from that, just saying. Liberation. Yeah, I did say that heavy oppressive energy feels like it's lifting off of somebody. So you're going to be free from this person, from the past, from this energy. There's a total shift here. You know the truth even if somebody doesn't tell you. So if there's something that you wanted someone to say in the past, I feel like you already know the answer to whatever that quote unquote question was. And it's like you have the clarity you need, you have the answers you need, you know the truth basically about a person, situation, whatever, and you're free from it now because it doesn't matter what anyone says or does. You're moving on regardless because you're honoring yourself. I just heard you're grabbing the bull by the horns. I heard balls, but anyways, by the horns. It's like taking charge. You're taking charge of your life, of the situation. I mean, if somebody wants to lie and withhold the truth and kind of leave someone in the dark for control purposes or anything like that, those chains are broken because it no longer matters anymore is what it feels like. So you're just taking the lead in this situation. You're taking charge and moving forward regardless of this, that, or whoever. Um, you have a lot more important things coming up than whatever this was to you. And I feel like you know that. I feel like you're prioritizing more now too, or you will be coming up. Um, you're prioritizing yourself, your wants, your needs, the things that are important to you, the things that you need to be focused on, working towards, whether it pertains to the self, like health and wellness and stuff, or it could be all of the above, I'm just saying, or your connections with other people, like making new friends, getting rid of people that don't belong and keeping the ones that do, or just meeting new people that are better suited for your vibration, your energy level, basically. Um, it feels if anyone or anything was distracting you before, taking up your time, pulling you in a bunch of different directions or in a different direction, you stopped. You stopped and went, "Oh, this isn't the path for me," and turned around and went a different way. You're not going to be allowing that anymore. Because I do feel like I'm speaking to somebody who has been turned around a few times because of situations and people in their life. It's not just one person. It's almost like it's very easy. You were very easily distracted, is all I'm going to say. Even if you're gung ho about something, like a job, your project, whatever, just like, I'm going to stay on track with this, I'm going to stay on track with that. It would be very easy for you to sidestep it and do something else for someone else, or it's like, oh, I guess I have to do this instead of that. But whatever you thought you had to do is not as important because you're putting yourself first. So it's like, okay, this is most important to me because it's for me. So I'm going to do that first. I'll deal with you later. I'll deal with that later, things like that. So I feel like that's the energy you're going to be stepping into if you haven't already, which is absolutely wonderful. It's hard to do, especially, when it comes to family or in certain relationships and with children and whatever, depending on your situation. Overcoming obstacles, exactly. Music could be significant for some of you, but get back on your feet, gain strength from difficult situations. I feel like you have a lot of your inner strength and power has come from trauma from your past, disappointments, problems, obstacles, issues, whatever. You wouldn't be the person you are today if you didn't go through those things. And I feel like you're not just overcoming these obstacles, I feel like you have. Like, this is the final hurdle. And yes, there will always be problems in life and upcoming issues and whatever, but I feel like you're not even focused on anything that could happen, not the what ifs in life, you know? You're focused on the here and the now. So it's not even shoulda, coulda, woulda, or anything. It's releasing the past, that burden, that heavy energy, and seeing how far you've come and realizing just how fucking strong you are and how powerful you are. I just heard you're free from somebody else's truth, which would be their opinion, their view of you. You're free from that. So there could have been somebody who did hold you back, who was pretty negative, like would talk down to you, not very encouraging, you know, whatever. I feel like you've overcame whatever that situation was, and it's like people like that can't affect you anymore, including people from the past who once did affect you. That's an obstacle you've overcame. Yeah, fuck being nice. You're not afraid to give someone the finger now. Be nice, but not too nice. You probably were too nice in the past, and now you're putting yourself first. Not everyone deserves your kindness. That's for damn sure. Yeah, that's for damn sure. I can't talk. Create a routine. I feel like a lot of you are doing that, and you're avoiding toxic people. And if you're not, you need to. That could be that distraction energy. I feel like if anyone was distracting you or pulling you away, and even just recently, I feel like there's a major shift here. And it would be shocking to whoever these people are to you, because I feel like I'm talking to somebody who is the type of person that, like, say your best friend calls or a family member or whatever, and they call you with a problem, and you're like, oh my God, and you drop everything and go help. And I'm not talking about a major problem like hospitals and whatever. I'm talking like, I don't know, just something small. You would drop everything and help them because you care. You're a good friend. You're a good, you know, good family member, good whatever. But I feel like you're going to assess situations and prioritize. So if the same people that you would have dropped everything for call with a problem, if it's something that can wait, you're gonna make them wait. Or they can ask somebody else, kind of thing. You're not putting everyone ahead of yourself like you used to, because you were too nice. It was always like, oh, I don't want to burden anyone. I don't want to upset anyone. I want to say no. I don't want to whatever. And now you're like, I can't today. I'm sorry. I can maybe whatever day, or I will in an hour or two. I can't just be right there, kind of thing. So you're still being nice to these people, whoever they are, or you will be coming, like, moving forward. Like, you're not going to be a bitch or an ass. You're just going to be realistic and prioritize what's most important, like what needs to be done first. And I feel like you are the top priority. I keep saying it, because I just feel like whoever you would drop everything for or have in the past, I just don't think they'd do it for you. Like, they'd make you wait, or it would be a problem. It's not the same. Like, these people, the people that you know that are around you, or that maybe you're not around anymore, I don't know, whoever they are, they don't match your energy, because it's not balanced in the sense that, how do I want to say it? They don't give to you the way that you give to them. This is not balanced. The situation isn't. And you're probably seeing the truth of that. And that's probably why you're making these changes, or why you will make these changes. Yeah. That's really great, though. Actually, I'll get one of these first. I'm starting to get tired now. It's been a long day. It's been a long week, just saying. Sorry I haven't been on sooner. Just, I've been really busy and dealing with personal stuff. But anyways, it was a good day today, though. Just saying. It was raining shitty in the morning, but it cleared up a lot sooner in the afternoon than we anticipated, and it was nice. So anyways, we have receive, open, receptivity, opening up, generosity, gifts, assistance. And Venus, offer, romance, love, beauty, creative arts, wealth, harmony, attraction, and offer. I was talking about the color red and creativity, doing things that you're passionate about and like being very driven and creative. But there's also passion in here. And what did I say? You're not my cup of tea. I think that's what it was. Someone might receive an offer from another person. Well, it kind of feels romantic, a love offer, but they're not your cup of tea. I just don't feel like you're going to be interested in whoever this is. And that's falling after fuck being nice. So what I want to say with this is, sometimes letting somebody down easy is problematic because it can draw it out or lead to false hope or whatever, and then people become obsessive and annoying and all that crap. It's good to be clear and direct. And I'm saying this from experience, but it's in this energy. That's what I'm feeling. That's why I'm saying it. So, like, for example, if someone hits you up, they make an offer to go on a date or whatever to get to know you better, and you're just like, oh, not right now. I'm kind of busy at the moment. I'll catch up with you later. Or you're blowing them off, but in a nice way. You're not directly saying, no, I'm not interested. So it gives them a little bit of hope that a few days from now, next week, you'll want to hang out with them. You'll want to go on that date. You'll want to keep talking to them, whatever. And you don't, but you don't want to come out and just be like, no, I'm not interested. That could have been the old version of you. It could be how you are right now. Just depends on who this is for and where you're at in the journey, basically. But I feel like if you were to play nice, like too nice with this offer, this person's gonna be a thorn in your side, basically. They won't go away. I'm not gonna say they're gonna be obsessive, but it would become a nuisance. So be clear and direct. If they're not your cup of tea, make sure you tell them right out the gate, like, no, I'm not interested. No, I do not want to date you. Why? I just, you're not my cup of tea. Beyond that, I don't have to have a reason, kind of thing. So make sure you're just clear if this offer comes into you, because I don't know, I feel like it could turn into a headache if you're not clear. Someone might end up doing magic, just saying. I don't know, that person might get butthurt if you're not interested, though, because I did say with that whole "you're not my cup of tea," when I heard it originally, it was making me think of someone who's arrogant, like, oh, I can get any man or woman I want, no matter who they are, male or female. But you don't want me. They'll try really hard. Like, why don't you want me? It's gonna hurt their ego. So you might bruise someone's ego by telling them no. Just be clear and direct, basically. Like, don't play fuck games with this one. But I kind of feel like being clear and direct might piss them off too. But you know what? It is what it is. Some people just can't accept no as an answer, but it is what it is. They gotta learn the word no. No. No means no. Yeah. My head is crawling like crazy when I said that. No means no. And it fucking does. No matter what we're talking about. It doesn't mean maybe. It doesn't mean later on. It means no. The Suit of Swords. Which one is this? The fucking Seven of Swords. Great. And I'm talking about someone who's going to have a bruised ego. And it's funny too, because when I was thinking of that, like being clear and direct and no means no, and someone get butthurt, I was thinking like those are the types of people that will turn around and call you names or um, just slander you to everyone else because they're butthurt. Like, how dare you not like me? How dare you not be interested? Um, I'm God's gift. And then they get all like fucking sneaky and slanderous. Someone might end up doing that. That could be like a pattern of theirs if they don't get their way. This it's lies, basically. I almost feel like you're lying to me. Like if okay, so if you tell someone you're not interested, they're gonna think you're lying. Like there's got to be another reason. It can't be me. Like that kind of thing. There's lies here. What are these lies? So give me more with the Seven of Swords. Someone's lies might be exposed. Brr. Like cold. So this person could just be very cold. Or there's something to do with colder, like a cold season, winter time, you know. Maybe somebody lives in a colder area, a cooler climate. But there's also a rat in here. I don't know if somebody has a pet rat, if it has something to do with that, or if it's like, I'm going to rat you out. They have rat energy. Well, it could be like the Chinese zodiac sign of the rat. Someone could have that, but rat energy, which is sneaky, sly energy. They're takers too, because if you think about it, like the difference between like a rat and a mouse is mice will sit there and chew away at things. Like they'll just take bites right out of everything. Like one ate one of my tomatoes, little fucker. Anyways, but rats, they won't chew on the stuff on the counter or wherever the hell it is. They take it. They steal it. They take it. They take it back with them. That's how you know the difference if you have mice or rats in your house, just saying, or around or whatever. I gotta get more traps. But regardless of legitimate rats and mice and shit, rats are thieves. They're thieves. They're sneaky. They steal things. They take whatever they want, no matter the cost. That's what they do. Why is that coming up? There's a wake-up call here. I keep staring at that. That is on the top of the deck right here. I haven't shuffled that, but some of you might receive this wake-up call. There's a change of perspective because we have the Hangman and the Knight of Pentacles. Someone could have left you waiting as well. I don't feel like you are waiting. I just feel like, you know, someone cast you aside. You might be seeing why, but regardless of the whys and whos and all that crap, who cares? If someone doesn't want you, just let them go, because you got to focus on yourself and your own life. If someone won't invest in you, don't invest in them, not even in your mind, you know what I'm saying? They got to pay rent, they're going to go there, just saying. Alright, I need more, because the Knight of Pentacles, what's that? Slow and steady wins the race. That's sneaky, though. I don't like that. I don't feel like you are looking at someone in this sneaky way, I feel like that's like the shift. You're going to start seeing people's true colors, especially whoever that is or who's coming towards you, dealt with whatever. You're going to start seeing the truth. You're going to start seeing people for who they are. It's like with this eclipse energy, it's going to just melt away the mask of many. Look, this dude doesn't, he's bare bones. His mask is gone. It's going to melt their mask away. Someone won't be able to hide behind their lies and their bullshit anymore, because you're going to see right through any facades, anything. You're going to see right through it. That's the shift. That's the major shift here. Even if you can read people well and you listen to yourself when you get a good feeling, bad feeling, whatever, this feels different. I don't know. I almost feel like pure exposure. And not because, I don't know, and not because these people expose themselves. Like, they do with what they say and with their actions, but you're going to view it differently. So, okay, like with manipulation, a lot of people fall for it because the people who are very manipulative, they're good at it, you know? So it's almost like, can I trust this? Can I not? Makes you question things, and a lot of people will, you know, fall victim to that crap because, like I said, people like that are good at what they do and say. And it depends on the mindset you're in. But I almost feel like something you would have fallen for before in the past, you won't anymore. And it's not because you've learned your lesson and you can read the body language and signs and all that anymore. That's not even what it feels like. It feels like you got new eyes. Like, you're looking through the world through a new lens. So what you were missing before, what was hidden from you, is going to be right in plain sight. This is a good example. I was watching Alice in Wonderland yesterday. I wanted to put it on for Lillian, and she was actually watching it. It was kind of funny. But anyways, because she doesn't really watch TV, but she was like really interested. But the scene with the walrus, where he manipulates the little baby oysters or whatever to follow him, like, oh, it's going to be a great adventure kind of thing. And it wasn't, because he ends up eating them, which he fucks over his friend to eat them all for himself because he was selfish. But he lied and manipulated all the little oysters to their demise, basically, which is pretty sadistic that's in a Disney movie, just saying, because I was like, wow. But the point of me saying that is, with this manipulation and seeing and finally seeing things like clearly, as a child you wouldn't look at it that way. You wouldn't see any of that as being bad, you know. Maybe a little bit of it, but I don't know, you wouldn't notice that that's what he was doing, that was his plan, you know what I mean? But as an adult, you look at it and go, whoa, that's fucked up. You know what I mean? So that's like the different point of view within yourself that I'm seeing here. You're going to be able to see through people's crap, like lickety split, instantly. There was another example too, because what the fuck was it? It was something that someone said. I think it was like a real person said something to me. They did. What the hell was it? Oh, I remember. Anyway, it's not important, the who's and whatevers, but there was a conversation that somebody had with me, and I remember thinking this because I was like, you know, in the past, I would have looked at this message, this information so differently. And now I see right through it all. It was almost like, okay, imagine, this is the lens I'm talking about. Imagine somebody texting you or sending you a message or whatever, and they say a sentence, I don't know, whatever their sentence is, and you're reading that sentence, face value, you're reading what they say, but you can see in between each word, you can see the emotion, you can see the energy, you can sense their intention, you see what's behind the sentence. That's what I feel here, okay? Something along those lines, even in person, but I don't know how else to explain it. And if it doesn't make sense to you, it's because you don't have those special glasses, apparently. Because, I mean, these messages aren't for everyone, but there's someone where their perspective is changing and shifting unintentionally. It's like going to be another gift of yours or something. You're just, I don't know. It's seeing everything for what it truly is. So you're going to be able to read through situations, read people very well. And I'm not talking about tarot wise. I'm talking about just with their intentions, which is probably why no matter what they say or do, whoever offers you this, you're going to go, you're not my cup of tea. They could be saying everything right, doing everything right. They could be very attractive. They probably are. They're very charming. And you're going to see through the charm. You're going to see through their bullshit, basically. It's like, yeah, you might be that snake charmer, but not this one. Just saying, I'm not even a snake, so I don't know what the fuck. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm rambling. It's what happens when I read after 9 p.m. Just saying. I want popcorn, like, so bad right now. I might make some, because, you know, whatever. YOLO, bitches. Alright, so give me more on the Knight of Pentacles, please. Thank you. I just saw this, too. The Nine of Pentacles. This person's gonna lie and say that they are your dream come true. They are your wish. I will give you everything you've ever wanted and more. And you're going to see right through it. That's really what that looks like. Slow and steady wins the race. Like, I'm going to slowly win you over. I'm going to give you what you want. You're going to see that I'm the perfect man or woman, you know, that kind of thing. You're going to see right through it. They're not going to expect that. I'm just saying. I also want to say, this person doesn't know what you want. So there's really no way that they can persuade you into anything. Because I'm imagining, like, this being someone's prayers, their wishes, like, their dreams. You know, this is what I'm working towards. This is what I'm praying for. This is what I want. For one, I don't feel like you're really praying for a relationship or love. And if you are, it's not for someone specific. And I don't know. It would be very different from anyone or any relationship you've had in the past. And this seems like kind of history repeating itself in a sense, even if it's a different person, new person, whatever. But whoever this is, they think they know what you want. It's like that movie, What Women Want. Well, he was a master manipulator because he knew what women wanted. And he could, like, give them what they wanted and make them fall in love with them and get what he wanted, basically. That's the energy I feel here. Male, female doesn't matter, but it's like, I know what women want. I know what men want. But this person might know what the general, I don't know, generally speaking, they might know what the opposite sex wants or whatever, but they don't know what you want because they don't know you. I did say that in the beginning. You're very different than the people around you or within your community. Like, you have different hobbies, different interests, different likes, you're just different. You don't fit in that cookie cutter mold. You're not a stereotype. You're not a robot. You don't follow suit. You're not a sheep. You're not following, like, whoever or whatever. You're straight away. You're doing your own thing. And whoever this is does not know what you want. So they can't get you that way, that's for sure. This used to make you go wild. So maybe this person knew you in the past and they knew the old you. They knew the things that you would go, oh yeah, I want that kind of shit. And it's different now. Yeah. Your wishes and dreams have changed, is what it feels like. Temperance, yeah, because you've healed. You're also, I want to say you're also calmer now. Like your energy is more calm. You're not very reactive. Even if you didn't fly off the handle and stuff in the past, I feel like you're not as high strung, I guess, or easily hurt or offended because you've done a lot of inner work. So you're not phased by the things you used to be, is what I feel here. You're you're happy, you're content. Your life is in balance. We started off with balance too. It's like things are going good for you, things are working out. Um you're making shit happen. And someone ran from you in the past. I don't necessarily feel like they want to come in and disrupt the peace. I feel like they just want to be within your peace, like in that energy around you. Energy vampire is what it feels like. Because they're not balanced. Yeah, because they're all over the place. You're not confused about anything. You won't be confused about this person, situation, what have you. About a King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But I kind of feel like this energy is confused. Male, female doesn't matter. Well, Knight of Wands. So yeah, there's that Casanova bullshit. This person has a lot of passion, the color red. Which isn't that also your root chakra? Has to do with stability, family, relationships, stuff like that. But security. You're secure and they are insecure. Their insecurities probably made them run in the past, or that's something they're gonna say. I don't know, but why is the King of Pentacles so confused? Well, he's sitting there with a pile of money in front of him. And I was talking about how I can get any man or woman. Like everybody else would want this or whatever they're offering, whatever they have. Anyone else would want it, but you don't. That's going to confuse them. Like, what? Like, what? No way. No way. For fuck's sake. I love that guy. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. The man who has everything. But the man who has everything doesn't have much at all, in my opinion, because a lot of times when you think of that, because I was talking about security and stability, money, the man who has everything is the loneliest one in the fucking world. Because you can buy everything except for love. This person can't buy your love. And they don't know why you don't want them, because they have a lot. Because that's not what you're after. That's where the confusion is with this one. I don't think this person has made an offer to you yet, like made themselves known. That could be part of this shift energy. There's a total eclipse of the heart. Like if you had it bad for this person, or you would have eaten this bullshit up in the past, you just won't. And if you had feelings in the past, you don't anymore. Total eclipse of the heart. Like just total switch around. That's what this feels like. Queen of Wands, yeah. You're very creative, you're very driven, you're very passionate, you're standing in your power, you're confident as hell. You are getting this person's attention. This person wants you. And they don't know why you don't want them, or they won't know why. Like, that they'll be questioning the crap out of it when they approach you, whenever this happens. It's going to be a big conundrum, big puzzle for them. You're independent. I mean, the Nine of Pentacles is about independence as well. It's like you're doing fine on your own. You don't need whoever this is. You don't need this offer, this person, or whatever. And you know that. Like, so if someone's playing off of your needs are met. The Queen of Wands needs are met. Basically, it's like, okay, whatever, have fun. Yeah, you're good. Ten of Pentacles and the Devil. This relationship would be shit, just saying. This person, oh, I did say, okay, with the whole cocky energy, again, when I said this person might be a problem if you're not clear and direct with them, if you kind of beat around the bush, basically, or draw it out, or whatever, just to be nice. Don't be too nice. Where's it going with that? They might think that because they're God's gift, they have everything, that the reason why you don't want anything to do with them is because you're secretly in a relationship. Like, you must already be with somebody. There's something to do with that in there. They could have thought that you were in one in the past, or that's what they're going to think when you reject them, because that could be the only reason why you wouldn't want them, kind of thing. Someone thinks very highly of themselves. I'm seeing the word nah, like no, like nah, in the King of Pentacles. And it's like he's pointing to himself, and it's like you're going, nah. This person would be fine rejecting you, but they don't like to be rejected. Well, there's the Tower, I believe. Isn't that what it is? Yep, the Tower. That's going to be a Tower moment for them. Well, there's a first time for everything, just saying. This person's not going to know what to do. I just heard, how did you know? The Hermit. Yeah, because this person's been keeping all this shit to themselves. They probably haven't told anyone that they're interested, or haven't said shit to anyone or to you yet. How'd you know my secret? How'd you know? Because you can see through people's crap. That's how. That's so funny. I'm just staring at the Tower card, and it looks creepy, but those two people are still walking in like it's no big deal. I did say relinquishing fear. You're no longer allowing fear to stop you from making certain decisions. You're not going to allow the opinions of others to bother you. You're going to keep moving forward. That's a Tower moment for someone in your world, just saying, because you don't care what anyone says about you, about what you're doing, or whatever. You're still going to do it. Like, you're still moving forward. Like, I'm still moving towards this fucking Tower. That's what this feels like. No matter what you say or do, no matter what happens here. I do feel like you're keeping a lot of stuff to yourself, but there's someone here who's been keeping their plans, their whatever they got going on, to themselves. And they're kind of shocked that you can see through what they're saying, like that you can see through their crap. I keep seeing the Queen of Swords as well. And I wanted to say Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but that's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So there could be fire energy in here as well. We have Scorpio, we have Virgo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Pisces, the Eight of Cups. Walking away. Just walk away. That's gonna shock someone. Whoever this is, they're gonna be like, you just walked away? Yep. How can you just walk away? Because you can. You don't fucking want to deal with this. Yeah, Six of Swords. You've moved on. There's something or someone you've let go of. It's a Tower moment for someone because total eclipse of the heart, like I said. So if this is a past person, bon voyage, you're out of town now. You didn't just physically move away from them or walk away or leave the situation. You let it go mentally, emotionally, everything. Like, you're totally fine with this person. If it's a past person, you're totally fine with them moving on to a new person, new relationship, doing whatever they need to do. Like, I don't feel any resentment. I don't feel any anger. I don't feel any hurt. I don't feel any of that. I just feel like this person doesn't exist to you anymore. That might be shocking to them. Like, what? How the hell can you just like act as though nothing ever happened between us, or that you never cared, or I don't know. That's not for everyone, but there's a past person in here who feels that way. Like, I just don't get how you can move on, because they haven't, whoever they are. Well, you're doing great, so that's good. Yeah, they feel left out. What's this one? Is that the Three of Wands? You have left your castle and are now on your journey. On a vast open sea, a place of doubt and insecurity, but progress will be made. Yeah, so it's like you might not know what's fully up ahead for you, or you didn't whenever the hell you walked away from this, but you know it's promising. You know you're on the right track. Like, you're not going to backtrack. You don't want to go towards anyone or anything that has left you out. It's like there's nothing there. There's nothing there. Why turn around? You want prosperity. You don't want to go back to nothing, to just a shit cycle, a bad pattern, you know. I don't even know what I'm saying here with that. Like, you don't want to go backwards. Yeah. Four of Wands, you're moving forward. Security, stability. I feel like you're not going to take breadcrumbs from anyone. You're not going to take any bullshit. You're going to see through the masks of many, not just people you know or knew. It's just, I just feel like you're going to be taking everything at face value and beyond. Because I keep wanting to say, like, you see what others don't. That's what's coming up with this eclipse energy. And you're willing to wait for the one, for the right opportunity, the right person that isn't going to feed you this shit. Like, the rose-colored glasses are gone. You've got an upgrade, is what it feels like, and nobody is going to be able to pull the wool over your eyes. And you're totally fine with waiting for love. Because I feel like you're good with yourself. The Queen of Wands energy. You're strong and you're independent. It's pretty hard to get one past a person that's in that energy. Yeah, well, whoever this King of Cups, gonna have to go sit in the corner and cry. Because there you are, taking charge. The Five of Pentacles again. Because the one who has everything, this cocky one, actually has nothing at all. What did I fucking say? They don't have the one thing they want. They don't have love. They don't have you. They won't. Oh. Wow. So I guess there's someone here who's going to be shocked that you have that you truly moved on. Like there's no going back, basically. This person can have the best of the best. They can live in a fucking mansion. You know, they can have all the money in the world and buy you the world. They could buy you the fucking world and you still wouldn't want to be with them because there's some type of motive in there. They're just not your cup of tea. You know that there's bullshit in there. Whether it's a past person or not, like if they are, you know that they've lied before, that they've caused problems before. You know what happened in the past. You know the fucking truth. So it's like, why go backwards? But if it's someone you don't know, you're going to be able to see through their crap. That's this new gift for you. That's the shift, is the truth. You're going to be able to see the truth. You're going to be a human lie detector in so many ways, not just with body language. Like, I don't know, you're going to be able to spot manipulation a mile away, including with like advertisements and stuff, commercials and shit. You can see through the marketing ploys. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just looking beyond what someone is saying or showing you or presenting. Like, you can see their true intentions. So I'm just going to leave it there because I'm going to keep going in circles with my words, and I'm just going to pull one of these. I just heard they're going to be pissed. So someone's going to be mad because you're sexy. Yes, you got it going on. Gemini energy here for someone. On Facebook, potentially. Just give me one card, please. Watching you. Someone's watching you online, watching you on Facebook. October could be significant. Also, August. You could be a strong empath. Yeah, you could read through people. Just saying. You're putting the pieces of the puzzle together. I just feel like you're not gonna, that's the shift. You're not gonna have to put pieces together. You're just gonna see, the whole puzzle. Like, imagine somebody spewing bullshit out and it's a puzzle. What they're saying, their words are the puzzle. But there's no box, there's no picture. So you have all these puzzle pieces and you gotta try to match them up and figure out what it's gonna look like. Like, what am I even making here? Because this is gonna take forever because I don't even know. You know what I mean? But that's usually how manipulation is. It's like you don't see the picture. You don't see why they're doing whatever they're doing or saying whatever they're saying, but you're going to be able to. You're going to see the why behind it. You're going to see the picture, the big picture. So you're not going to have to put all the pieces together because you're going to actually see what they're working on. Do you know what I mean? Like, okay, so this is the puzzle picture right here, but you don't know what that is because this is what I'm showing you. It's locked up. Here's all the pieces, figure it out. But you're gonna see that. You can see through the little peephole. You know what it is. You're gonna know with people. But yeah, someone's paying attention to you. Pay attention to the signs as well, because I feel like they're gonna, signs, synchronicities, and potentially visions, and dreams are gonna start revving up around, I want to say they're going to start revving up around the 9th, September 9th, and moving forward. As we get closer, the information will come. So as you get closer to the situation or to situations, that's when the information will show up for you. That's what I have for you. I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful evening and, or I should say a beautiful day, because this probably won't be uploaded till tomorrow. But I love you guys so much. I wanted to say peace, love, and bulletproof marshmallows. What the fuck? I used to write that at the end of like notes and letters and shit when I was a teenager. I haven't done that in years. So like old school, the past. Something's changed. I don't know. Could be a sign in that. Love you guys. Peace.